Have you ever been filled with anger? Have you ever desired revenge for someone who wronged you? Have you wanted to make them experience the pain they caused you? If your answer is yes, you are not alone. We all encounter people in our lives who we consider enemies. We may have competitors, critics, haters, and even enemies from our family or friends. What if I told you there was a better way to fight your enemies, without resorting to violence or aggression, only with wisdom and self-control? According to the philosophy of Stoicism, the most effective way to defeat your enemies is not to destroy them, but to accept them as your teachers. Your enemy is like a mirror. It shows you the aspects that need improvement. Instead of hating them, be grateful for the valuable lessons they teach you. Change your perspective and start seeing them as unique gifts, not threats. Adopting this mindset pushes you towards personal discovery and growth, helping you reach a higher level of consciousness. The second step to defeating your enemy is to understand that the source of your pain is not them, but your judgments. Their words or actions do not hurt you. You suffer because of the meanings you attach to those words and actions. Stoic philosophy teaches you to control your emotions and not let external factors affect you. Stoicism is not a passive philosophy. It advocates living actively and rationally. It enables you to face all kinds of difficulties with courage by living a life in accordance with nature and logic. Instead of fighting your enemies, you can defeat them and yourself by accepting them as your teachers. Discover ways to defeat your enemies, inspired by the teachings of the Stoic philosophers. See your enemy as a teacher. Be grateful for the lessons they taught you. Understand that your judgments are the source of your pain. Learn to control your thoughts and emotions. Live in accordance with nature and logic. Live a virtuous and honorable life. Do not lose courage in the face of difficulties. Overcome any obstacle with wisdom and self-control. You don't need to go to war to defeat your enemies. You can defeat both yourself and them by accepting them as your teachers, guided by the philosophy of Stoicism. Your enemy, path to freedom or catalyst of chaos. Your enemy. This word evokes so much fear, anger, and hatred, doesn't it? What if I told you that the source of these feelings is not your enemy's actions, but you? Yes, you heard right. It is not the fact that your enemy does the things that make you angry or afraid, but the meaning you attach to these actions that is the real cause of your emotions. Your enemy is like a mirror that reveals your unrealistic expectations and deep attachments. Your emotions are not a compass. Don't let irrationality and emotional reactions guide your decisions. Use your enemy as a catalyst for inner transformation. Challenge your assumptions, examine your judgments, and change your perspective. Understand your enemy. Discover his motivations and perspective. See him as a human being. This will help you find the source of your anger and fear and achieve inner freedom. The best way to defeat your enemy is to make him a friend. This means much more than beating him. This is a journey of discovering wisdom and courage within yourself and your enemy. Your enemy. It reveals hidden emotions within yourself. It helps you find the source of your anger and fear. It allows you to improve yourself and strengthen your character. When you understand your enemy, you defeat him. As Seneca said, the best way to defeat an enemy is to make him a friend. See your enemy as a guide, not a threat. From this perspective, you will discover your inner power and achieve true freedom. Dancing with the enemy, the art of ignoring and forgiving hostility. It is a phenomenon that inevitably takes place in our lives. So, how can we deal with this negativity? Or better yet, can we transform it? In this article, I will present you 2 extraordinary methods of fighting the enemy, the art of ignoring and the art of forgiving. Don't ignore, focus your attention on what really matters. Ignoring your enemy may seem like weakness at first glance, But this is a conscious choice. By ignoring his words and actions, you direct your energy and attention to what really matters. Benefits of ignoring: you take away your enemy's power to harm you. You increase your resistance to negative emotions and stress. It allows you to focus on your goals and dreams. Forgiveness: breaking the chains of hostility. Forgiveness is perhaps the most compelling strategy, but it is also the most transformative. By forgiving your enemy, you take the burden of the past off your shoulders. Benefits of forgiveness: you will be freed from the toxic effects of anger and hatred. You regain inner peace and balance. You will be at peace with your enemy and yourself. Ignoring and forgiving are alternatives to traditional methods of fighting the enemy. These strategies make you a stronger, more resilient and wiser person. So which one will you choose? Ignore or forgive? The journey is yours. Remember, the best way to defeat your enemy is to start seeing him as a person. 7. Surprising ways to defeat your enemies. Is it possible to win without fighting? Yes, with these 7 strategic ways you can defeat your enemies, resolve conflicts intelligently, and achieve victory. 6. Outflank them in a complex dance. Use your intelligence and strategic acumen to achieve victory through intelligence and ingenuity without resorting to physical force. Surprise your opponent like a chess master by avoiding unnecessary risks, overcoming obstacles, and achieving your goals. 7. Conquer with love. Loving your enemies is an approach that goes beyond traditional solutions. Achieve an alchemical transformation of hostility through kind behavior and active contribution. Glorify them and yourself by healing their wounds and guiding them to salvation. With these 7 strategic ways, turn conflicts into opportunities. Use your intelligence to overcome challenges. Avoid unnecessary risks. Take firm steps towards your goals. Surprise your enemies and achieve victory. Build peace and friendship with the transformative power of love. By applying these strategies, you can surpass not only your enemies, but also yourself. Ascend to a higher level of consciousness and discover the power of your soul. Remember, war is not always the best solution. By using your intelligence and love, you can build a more just and lasting peace. Defeating enemies with love, a journey of transformation. We live in a world in the shadow of hatred and anger. Conflicts and disagreements rear our heads at every corner. What if there was a way to break this cycle? What if we could use love as a weapon, turning enemies into allies and conflicts into opportunities for cooperation? This book promises you exactly that. It offers a roadmap for repairing relationships, forming alliances, and cultivating partnerships using the power of love. When you choose love, you not only affirm your humanity, but you also reveal your divinity and inner beauty. As Stoic philosopher and Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius said, "The best way to take revenge on yourself is not to be." You can adopt a business model. By loving your enemy, you can express both your humanity and your divinity. You can show that you are a messenger of love, not hate. In this book, you'll discover 7 transformative ways to overcome hostility with love. Understanding. Try to understand your enemy's point of view. Find out what motivates them and what hurts them. Empathy. Put yourself in their shoes and feel the difficulties they are going through. Forgiveness. Let go of past resentments and resentments. Compassion. Show them kindness and compassion. Respect. Recognize their humanity and values. Dialogue. Communicate openly and honestly. Collaboration. Work together to find common ground. By following these paths, you can defeat not only your external enemies, but also your internal enemies within you. You can reach your true self by breaking down the false structures of ego, pride, and ignorance. Are you ready to discover the power of forgiveness and love? How about embarking on a journey leading to virtue, wisdom, and happiness? If you resonate with these timeless teachings, we invite you to become part of a community dedicated to exploring the depths of wisdom and virtue as we embark on a journey together toward the highest ideals of wisdom and virtue. Join a Stoic philosophy that enriches our lives and those around us in our quest for a harmonious and enlightened existence. Together, we can create a loving and peaceful world.